Howdy folks, today we're playing Mardu, and the whole entire point of this deck is to hit Mythic. So that's gonna be the plan today. I don't know if we'll exactly get there because we're like pretty far down there. We're like Diamond 3 or something, but I think it'll get us, a good portion of the way there. I don't usually play with the intent of getting Mythic, but one of my favorite content creators to watch is Swayze, and he built this deck and he achieved Mythic with it. And I really like Archangel of Wrath, and I think just throwing it in mono black essentially is what this deck is, along with the Blood Tithe Harvester Fable combo. I think that's a really good idea. So yeah, let's see if we can also do what he did, win a lot of games, and maybe even hit Mythic if we go on an insane streak. Although, kind of feel like we're too far away for it, but you never know. You never know. Alrighty, let's get into it. Alrighty, here's our first ranked game here with this deck. Did accidentally queue into Alchemy. So I hope that's ever happened to y'all. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start with the Bank Buster, get that value going here. It's mono black, I'm gonna be value centric. No Bank Buster, sure. Go ahead and pass. And we also want to hit lands, so we have a lot of powerful top end going on here. Underdog, sure. They're gonna get in with their Bank Buster, that's fine. They're getting a little aggro. That means they didn't draw this turn. Alright, gotta hit a land though. Yep, there we go. Pass the turn. Phyrexia Obliterator. Okay. Do we want to attack with a Bank Buster again? I think we'll block. We can attack with both. They're not going to attack with both. Okay. Alright. I think we will crew in this instance then. Crew and block, get our 2 cards out. Gonna need to find a removal spell for this Obliterator. But maybe we just have to do that in the form of eventually invoking them. Or getting to this Archangel. Or getting to this Kaya to exile it. Definitely not blocking with this Harvester this turn, so getting in there. Nice thing about Archangel Wrath is the lifelink can kind of negate what the Obliterator's got going on. Vraska, sure. I mean, it's good against our Archangel, but we get the Invoke to give 2 big threats here, which is pretty nice. And then we have Kaya the turn after that. Okay, they don't even... So we could play Kaya this turn, which I think is better. Yep. Just gonna exile that Obliterator, attack the Vraska for a lethal amount. Get our own Obliterator. Pretty big swing here. Now we have the Kaya on board, and they're gonna, you'd imagine they're still going to play some big beefy creatures here, and we get to invoke them out of the game. Okay, that one's pretty good actually, getting rid of her Obliterator, because otherwise they would have had a hell of a time blocking. So that was a very nice draw they had. Okay.
Our gambit didn't pay off.
Yeah, I think though we're just going to invoke our opponent a couple times and really try to put the pressure on their life total. So life total's already at 6. Another Invoke Despair can bring it even lower. We have a Sheltered too that can do some damage to their life total. Get rid of Trespasser, okay. We have an Archangel in the yard, sounds good. Are they ready for the next Invoke though? And they're gonna blitz the underdog? Wow. It's gonna cost them the game. I'm not sure. Man. I don't even think that's better than doing nothing. Just invoke them. Get that Trespasser on out of here. Go to 1. Take lethal damage from the Harvester. And that's GG's. Wow. Interesting play pattern there, but I think they were dead either way, but GG's. Okay, opponent's going first, but they mulligan, but we don't have a great hand, actually, land-wise. Try to get there, though. We do run into some trouble when we keep hands that don't potentially have a great way to cast Invoke on for. Like, if we draw another non-black producing land, Kenzen might be in trouble, but we might be dead before that happens anyway. So, they have a lightning strike for us. Nothing. I'm going to get one of these 2 drops out of my hand. This is the best one. They kill it now. Obviously, you know, they don't get the damage, so probably they're just going to wait till their turn to kill it, but it means they didn't use their mana this turn, so I think that's helpful. It also just means they're like jamming Squee or something this turn. And we would block that every time. Play with fire. Yep. They have another... Alright, Cock is in. Yep. So yeah, I do think we're going to Fable this turn, so next turn we can Edict and Pilfer. Or if they let the 2/2 live, then we can invoke them. Raiju, okay. Means they can't attack with the 2/2 though. The 1/2, okay. Oh, okay, that does, because they can do it like that. Yep, that makes sense. Man, how do we want to block? I don't think we want to block. Okay, getting rid of these cliffs and these caves. 2 more lands, not ideal. See what's in hand. Lightning strike, get that out of there. Yep. Make them sacrifice a non-token creature, so Swift Spear's going bye-bye. No attacks, but still think we're just going to take a lethal damage. Dang, yeah, didn't draw the Archangel of Wrath that we needed. If we had that turn, I think we would have been in business. So we're taking 6 either way. And the extra damage from the Raiju counter. Okay, means we have to block the Raiju here to stay alive. Nothing. Okay, gives us a chance to draw an Archangel Wrath. Did not draw it. Have a 2/2. Yeah, so simply we just don't have enough here because this Trespasser's on the backside. So I think we have to use a red mana and blood away this cave. See what we hit. Yeah, opponent had a great hand despite mulliganing. Yep. And now we're dead. So, it was close. The power mono red in a play, you get got like that sometimes. GG's. Alrighty, our opponent going first. That's alright. We get to play a Bank Buster or a Pilfer on turn 2. Probably depends on what our opponent's got going on. Norn's Wellspring. Whenever a creature control dies, put an oil counter on it. Okay, some sort of sacrifice deck, maybe? I kind of want to see what's going on over there. I think we're just going to take the Wandering Emperor. Try to find and evoke Despair for that Spirit Sister's Call, which we did find. Get this Trespasser down now. I should have played the Black Leech Cliffs there. That was my mistake. And they can obviously kill our Trespasser, but it's going to cost them 2 cards. Cut downs are not really that relevant in this matchup, though, for them. So Probably doesn't matter that they discard that card. Getting rid of permanent cards is good against Spirit Sister's Call for us, though. Yep. Feels like they have to kill that there. Makes sense. Sorin, that was a good draw. Alright, we really need to get to this Invoke. Any permanents in the yard, at least right now. Takanuma, okay, so they get to get this Spirit Sister's Call if they want. Opponent's getting some value going. It's not ideal, but I think, yeah, we are gonna invoke them this turn. They're gonna be able to get this Spirited Companion back if they want, but we gotta get rid of that Sorin. And I think, you know, the fact that we have another one is why we're gonna do this, so we can get rid of the Spirit Sister's Call when they play it this turn. Although, if they get back the Spirited Companion, then they can... Okay, no, they can't, because that's that creature first. Okay. Still gonna be able to get rid of the Spirit Sister's Call, at least. Unless they have another creature to play, which they don't. But they're gonna be able to start drawing cards with this Norn's Wellspring. So it's gonna keep them up in cards. We have not had time to draw with a Bank Buster yet, but now we keep drawing Invoke Despairs. Takanuma. Bacchus. Sorin, yep, okay. That makes sense. And yeah, I think we want to start drawing with Bank Buster, so we're gonna get this Fable down. Pass the turn. Draw, hopefully get to Kaya eventually. Yeah, that's fine. Cut downs. Only really good against our Fables and Harvesters and stuff. So if they're not using it on the Harvester, probably fine with it. We have another Invoke Despair, which is something our opponent's probably gonna not be too happy about. A Ganjo played it, okay. Bank Buster time. Sheldred's Edict. Let's card up to 2 cards. Edict might be good against a future. One of those. Man. We really do need to hit lands, but and all the cards in my hand are good. So I guess I'm going to submit 0. Try to kill the Sorin this way. They can kill Archaon's Wrath here to prevent us from gaining life. Okay, so like that's what they're gonna do. Probably should have accrued the Bank Buster and attacked there, but the argument against doing that is you don't want it to get killed. But at this point, I mean, I don't think I'm too worried about losing the Bank Buster. If we draw an untapped land, then we're gonna have Archangel again and kill this 2/3. Gain a little bit of life. Yep, they can oil a counter on their Wellspring. And at this point, I think our hand has a lot of cards in it. We probably should attack the Bank Buster last turn, but definitely going to do it this turn. Still have an Invoke to cover another Planeswalker or the enchantment that they play. Shooting Companion's not bad. A little redraw action with a little body attached. Reflection going bye-bye? Or are they going to let us Reflection Blood Tithe Harvester? Opponent's in a tough spot here. It would need to produce something truly game-altering at this juncture, I think. I think we have a good wrangle in the game if just regular spells get traded back and forth. Opponent is thinking about that too. We're probably thinking, yeah, we gotta play perfectly from here out to win. The one thing for them is that we've been mana screwed essentially this game, so we only really been playing one spell a turn. The one spell a turn has been pretty good, but it hasn't, you know, if we had more mana and we were able to, you know, cast multiple spells a turn, I think our opponent would be long out of this game. But alrighty, I don't know the rope one or whatever, so I'm gonna pause at this point and bring you back when they're back. Okay, they Rite of Oblivion my Reflection. They have another Rite of Oblivion if they want it. Norn's Wellspring, yep. Wedding Announcement, okay. Land. Yeah, I don't think I'm too scared of the Wedding Announcement. I'm gonna draw right now, I think. See if I can hit a land. Yep, we did. Yeah, I could just... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hit them with the Invoke Despair, since I also have this Kaya to exile one of their good enchantments. Wedding Announcement did a pretty good job there of soaking up my Invoke Despair. Pass the turn. Sarah Paragon. Oh yeah, they have some juicy stuff in the yard, certainly. Wedding Announcement. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. Okay. So I think we might just be making him sacrifice a non-token creature here. Want to get the value out of the Shepherd's Edict while we can. Norn's Wellspring is doing really well, though. Opponent's going to kill Shepherd eventually anyway. They're going to go and draw their card. Board resolves. Makes sense. We're going to attack with both here. Play out a Bloodtithe Harvester. Just really try to bring them to 3 damage next turn so that we can eventually Kaya +2 and kill them. Opponent's draw engine has done a pretty good job of running us out of cards, but we, I think, should be favored to win this by a wide margin still. Unless they have a way to gain a bunch of life. But this Norn's Wellspring has drawn them. It's got to be a lot of cards. I mean, they have 33 cards in the deck. We have 37. They've done, you know, pretty much just as much work drawing cards as we have. They did most cards with Takanuma, so essentially at the same drawn cards level. So you have this Rite of Oblivion that they could use to kill something, but it's at sorcery speed, so they must have... You must be contemplating instant speed while you kill the Sheldred. Which... Oh, they have shown go for the throat, so be that. Could also have a cut down when they're deciding if they want to use a harvester now. I don't think that would matter. It's probably gonna be a go for the throat here then. Could be a Wandering Emperor. That's why they're really thinking about it. That could definitely be the case. Thinking if they want to prevent the damage from the shield with the Wandering Emperor. Okay. I can see that. If I were them, I think I would cast the Wandering Emperor right now. Exile the Sheldred. Use the Rite of Oblivion to kill an Archangel of Wrath. Puts them up to 8. Obviously puts them vulnerable to a removal spell for me killing their Wandering Emperor. Which we would have with the Kaya minus. Or the Bloodtithe Harvester sack and then crew with another creature. It's got to be a Wandering Emperor here. Or a rope. It was a rope, okay. Well, Gonna get the rest of the rope here. I mean, I get it. You did run into kind of a Mardu meta pile with your cool black-white deck. So I get it could be frustrating, but don't know if the rope's necessary. GG's though. I'll cut it for y'all. There we go. And that's GG's. We'll take the victory. On to the next one. All right, I'm going first. Risky hand. I do need to draw a land in the first 2 draw steps, or else we're probably going to be way behind the 8 ball, but I will keep nonetheless. Opponent's on Demir of some kind. Okay, Reckoning Buster can help us get there. Probably Grixis over there, if I had to guess. Nice little Esper Brew going on over there. Yeah, Fable time. They can't, though. They don't have Spell Pierce. I was gonna say, no way. I mean, you probably have a cut down, but Spell Pierce could be a consider. I'm not really sure what they had there that was holding priority. Can discard some cards. I'm gonna submit 0 though. I think I like my hand. I'm gonna kill my 2/2 here. Yes, okay. That's fine. We're gonna spend the turn here then just pilfering and drawing with the Bank Buster. Okay, so opponent's got Witness the Future, Depopulate, Syncopated Memory Deluge. I think we're just gonna take this Memory Deluge. Pass the turn. Yep, they're just gonna play some lands and pass. We're gonna draw some cards with the Bank Busters. You're gonna eventually wanna play something. Okay, Mind Plus Apparatus. I mean, that's pretty good, honestly. We don't really have a way to get rid of the Mind Splice. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it like this. Through the Bank Buster, attack for 4. Try to get our opponents to use this to populate. That way we can use this to Invoke Despair or Shelter it or anything. Yep. So they have this Invoke, or they have this Syncopate for 3 up. And they can cast this Witness Future. They're gonna Witness now, okay. Interesting. Shuffle that back into their deck, okay. Do you want to blood away anything? I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Shielder it and then attack with a Bank Buster. Force our opponent to have drawn a removal spell or something here. They did draw a removal spell, okay. Yeah, that's fine. They find a big draw spell, this Mind Splice Apparatus is gonna get tough for us. Alright, draw the Bank Buster. Pilfer. Okay. I'll cast this Pilfer. See if the opponent is willing to use a Syncopate on it. Yep. Makes some sense. And I think we are going to get rid of this Shelter's Edict right now. Let's see if we hit a land that we can play. Nope. Pass the turn, okay. Now our opponent just needs to hit any card draw spell and this game's probably over. We want our opponent still have to counter stuff. Okay, they didn't have it there. Which means they probably have a big card draw spell because they didn't play a land. So they have to have something here. Could have been a Void Rend, I suppose. Yeah, it could be a Void Rend. Could be a March. Wretched Sorrow. Yep, makes some sense. Worried about what this other card is in their hand because they're not playing lands, so they're hitting reasonable spells, which is pretty unlucky for us. All right, Fable time. This is a spell you probably would counter if you could. They didn't. We'll pass the turn. I think we have to get this pilot down so we can eventually attack with the Bankbuster. Nothing there. What do they have in their hand? I feel like they would be playing lands at this point, but maybe they just feel like they have so much they just aren't going to show that they don't have any lands. I don't know. Go to my turn. Discard some cards. Definitely don't want this Blacklist list. Probably don't need second Bankbuster either. Kai is pretty good. All right, we're going to try to get in here. See what our opponent has to say about this. They let us attack and get that treasure. Yeah. If we're gonna get stuff countered, probably would rather it be this Invoke than the Kaya. Opponent doesn't counter this, I'm not sure what they have in their hand. Okay. We're gonna pass the turn. Union, okay. You have a mountain. When it finds any big card draw spell, this game's over. A White Sun's Twilight for big is lethal, probably. They have a lot of great draws. And Depopulate means they probably don't have a White Sun's Twilight in hand, though. Sunset Revelry, sure. Yeah, I think I'm going to Archangel now. Deal some damage to you. Crew the Bankbuster. Get in with the Bankbuster. I think I want to play a second Bankbuster. Or I could play Fable, but yeah, I think I want to play second Bankbuster here. So that way our opponent has to be scared of the double crew if they Wrath again. It has to be a good Wrath. It can't be Depopulate. I don't... They ran extremely poorly. I think that's a deck we're not looking to match up against. And I think they just ran poorly. They never found one of their big draw spells. I mean, I don't know. They're playing the Esper Mind Splice deck we were trying to play or something similar the other day. And it's... that can be a tough deck. It's hard to find exactly what you need. And I'm really surprised they shuffled in that Memory Deluge with their Witness the feature. I think that probably cost them the game, but I don't know. GG's though. All right, opponent's going first. This hand, risky keep, but you know, what are we doing here if not keeping risky hands? On the draw, it's a little more acceptable to keep. We do have turn 2 interaction and a turn 3 spell, potentially. Mirex, Rot Priest, okay. Path of Peril could be good too. Razor Rouge Ticket. Squirrel's Hive, okay. That gives us a pretty good window to just make them sacrifice this Rot Priest, though. Just get that out of the way where we can. You're going to be able to create some 1/1s, but this Path of Peril should help clean some of that stuff up. As long as we can draw towards it. Another Mirex. Okay, that's not a lot of colored mana over there. Another Rot Priest. Okay. Another Sheldred's Edict, though. Which I do think we're going to use. Looks like they're keeping up some sort of protection, and Sheldred's going to get around that. It is crazy. I don't think Sheldred's Edict is usually that good, but it has been good in this game so far. Opponent doesn't have another white producing a land or something. They're going to have a tough time. Okay, so Skrelv, yep. Alright, I think this probably has to be our Path of Peril turn. They want to protect the Skrelv, that's fine. It's a protection spell, it's not going on to one of their better creatures. Soul Partition. Interesting. Skrelv coming back. That Pilfer here, see what's up. They could play something on the Skrelv now if they really wanted to protect it, but yeah, I don't think it's that good. Yeah, I think I do have to take the Annex Sentry. Play the Blood Tithe Harvester. I am going to plan to block, but they should probably just tap the Skrelv onto this 1/1 to give it a Toxic again. Duelist is pretty good. Maybe leaves them shields down if they do that, though. So maybe they don't even attack. Okay, they don't seem to care about being shields down. Well, they're not because they paid the... Okay, no, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yep. So the Tyvar stand. The opponent is fighting pretty well right now. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the Fable here. Problem is our opponent can... Man, that Soul Partition did save them. Maybe we blew the Path of Peril too early? I'm not sure. Definitely, I think we're going to lose this game now, though. Yep, protection from red. Crawling Course, sure. Gets in, gonna put us at 8 poison. Means we're definitely gonna need to find a Path of Peril. And a land, most likely. So yeah, if we just play Path of Peril right now, I don't even know how many we have in the deck, but we just do that. Destroy all creatures with mana value 2 or less. And wipe all our creatures, gonna probably let them keep their Duelist. And then we would need a second card to play, like this Trespasser. So I think our best chance is to discard both of these cards, keep a Swamp, try to hit both of those. We couldn't do it, so that's GG's. Dang. They got us. Alrighty, we're going first. We'll keep this hand. Looks pretty good. Black Leaves Cliffs. Swamp into Harvester. Fable. Solid start as always. Duress. Okay. Don't love Duress in best of 1. Sometimes you do have to play it based on the context of your deck, though. And opponent did get paid off there for having a Duress. Getting in and passing. Liliana. Yeah, that's pretty good. Ugh.
A fight? And you think you can win?
If we had had a Fable here, we'd be doing so much better.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Sheldred's Edict. Yeah, I guess we'll do that now. Get a Fable down. Not sure how good this Path Peril is, so getting to discard it's probably pretty good. Takanuma at least has some value with that Harvester in the graveyard. Bankbuster, that's good. That's pretty good for them. It's gonna be a tough game. Putting it as grinded is pretty good. Okay, well that's not bad. We will definitely... Sure, that's fine. You can tap out and dodge out with your Bankbuster this turn. That's fine. Okay. Get rid of this Path of Peril. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Bankbuster and draw. Keep playing lands. We do want to hit Kaya if we draw it. Sheldred gonna draw in response. Sheldred's Edict, that's pretty good. Especially if they attack now, because then they won't be able to protect it from the Edict. Yep. Another Fable, okay. I think I'm just going to eat that Sheldred while I can. Put our opponent down to 10. Invoke. Now, how good is the reflection? I don't think it's that good, so I think actually I'm gonna just sacrifice both. Let them only draw the one. Pass the turn. What do they have? Draw with Bankbuster? Sheldred. Okay, we need to find another way to remove that. Rolling Sheldred's not bad. Nice. They didn't learn their lesson about the Sheldred's Edict last time. Thinking about it. Okay. Yeah, coming in. See if we can find a Kaya, maybe. Path of Peril. Okay, don't want that. Okay. Apparently that's what we're drawing. Alright. Gotta get rid of the Sheldred, so... what we're doing, I suppose. If they have any creature here, if they have another Sheldred, we're dead. Any creature here, the Bankbuster's pretty good. Yep, that's good. Gonna get us set in a 4 spot here, and then they're gonna have the Phyrexian Flesh Gorger we can't really kill. Yeah, that's pretty good. That was exactly the creature they were looking for. Sanctum. Invoke Despair was a good draw. We will take that one. Their way to remove a reflection. Pass the turn. See what they have over there. Okay, they draw, and they're looking for a way to kill us this turn. Pilfer. Yeah, that's pretty good. Trespasser down. That was going to be able to gain us some life. Go to my turn. Go to Crew the Bankbuster. Alright, we're gonna attack. Move to damage. And they have nothing. Okay, well, we'll take it. I was a little worried about what our opponent had there, but we'll take it. GG's. Alrighty, we're back here with a Mythic deck that Swayze built, and you know, we didn't get to Mythic. We won a good share of our games, though, and I think the deck is in a good spot, I think, actually, to attack the meta. I think having Graveyard Trespasser is a good spot to be. Path of Peril can be a pretty good spot to be against some decks. Archangel Wrath, I think, is a really underrated card right now. I think this card is just playing really good cards at every spot of the curve, except for in the Sheltered Edict spot and the Pilfer spot. I think you could probably switch those out. If you go more creature heavy, then you probably want to go less on the Path of Peril, obviously. I think there are other ways you could build your deck here, but I think, you know, the Mardu core, I think having the Harvester, Fable, Sheltered, Trespasser, Archangel of Wrath, Bankbuster, Invoke Despair package, I think that's a really good spot to be in Standard right now. And you know, it should be good against the mono reds of the world, although we lost a game against mono red. Just never drew Sheltered, never drew Archangel of Wrath, never drew Graveyard Trespasser, and those are cards that are really good in that matchup. And then Kaya is a piece that can really take over games late, and it also gives you some fight against the Traxa decks. Same with the Graveyard Trespasser. So you really have a sneaky way to fight against a lot of decks in the format. So I think it's a really cool deck. I'll probably play this maybe a little bit in my downtime, see if I can get a little more rank. I don't know if people even want to see me in Mythic or not. I'm not usually playing meta decks, but you know, it can be fun. So maybe I'll try to push a little bit to get to Mythic. But alrighty. Thanks for watching, and as always, until next time, wherever you are, whenever you are, have a magical day.